TV yìí mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ tí ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Ojumi TV mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ tí ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Àjànàkú kọjá mórí nǹkan fèrè, bàbá rere káwí parí. BGI TV, we are the pace setters. Bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ tẹlifíṣọ̀n station tí dòde.
Mo kí gbogbo ojú tó wò mí káàkiri ayé, mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí wípé a kú dédé àsìkò yìí, àsìkò bójú ọjọ́ ti rí ẹ̀dẹ̀ ọdún bí àkùbò ti ń lọ. Olóṣèlú Nàìjíríà o, ọmọ Nàìjíríà o, níbo lẹ kó wáré o, ẹ sọ fún wa gbọ́ o. Barrister ló kọrin yẹn nígbà yẹn, ó ní níbo làwọn olóṣèlú wa ń kó wa lọ, àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ológun Nàìjíríà bò náà kó wa lọ, nígbà yẹn ló bí wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀. Ibi tí wọ́n kó wa rè ní Nàìjíríà kò yé mi o, mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gan o, ibi tí Nàìjíríà ń rè yìí kò yé mi rárá o. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ security Fúlàní ń gbé wa lọ́tún ń gbé wa lósì, àwọn arábí yóò tiẹ̀ ríro rárá. Ọ̀dọ̀ àrà àwọn fídíò kọ̀ọ̀kan táwọn ológun náà ń gbìyànjú agbára wọn ṣe ká. Láìpẹ́ yìí ló jẹ́ pé ní gbogbo ìgbà là ń gbọ́ léraléra pé níṣe làwọn Fúlàní dẹ̀ tún ń kànlẹ̀kùn tí wọ́n ń gbé àwọn ẹbí, ìyá kò sóúnjẹ kò sómi kò síná kò sí kan là ń jẹ tẹ́lẹ̀. Wọn ò fi wálẹ̀ lórí ìyẹn pé ká rọra máa fìyẹn paná o, ká máa mutí ìgbóná lé yẹn lórí, ìyà tẹ́ ẹ dẹ sí wa tẹ́ ẹ ní kó máa jẹ wá níṣó. Every Nigerians, kódà àwọn ọmọ wa tán graduate, nígbà táwa lọ school ìwé tí ẹ ṣì níyì díẹ̀ tíntínní, àṣé iyì tó kù òun náà nìwé nígbà yẹn, àṣé iyì yẹn ti ń múfù lọ pátápátá, nísìnyí kò tiẹ̀ wà ní mínìmọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ kàwé, òbí ta aṣọ, òbí ta jewelries, ẹlòmíì lọ gbowó lápò ni tọmọ fi kàwé tán. Láyé àtijọ́ ọmọ bá ka yunifásitì tán, àwọn òbí ẹ̀ ṣoríire, inú wọn máa dùn ní ṣẹ̀kẹ̀, wọn lọmọ wa ti jáde léèwé gíga. Ṣé léèwé yẹn wá ga mọ́ sí àbòkúrú? Ṣé léèwé kúkúrú kọ́ la ká pè mọ́ǹsìn? Ẹgbọ́n ṣóṣì wà ní léèwé gíga, níbo ló ga lọ? Torí pé lẹ́yìn ìgbọ̀n bá kà tán gbé pálí dé náà. Àkọ́kọ́ náà ohun tó ń káwọn ọmọ yìí jáde kò ṣeé dìfẹ́ǹdì mọ́. University graduate Nàìjíríà kò lè compete pẹ̀lú àwọn graduate aráàta. Ìtẹ́ bá rí tẹ́nu ẹ̀ mú gbogbogbò nù wọn, á jẹ́ pò ń fúnra rẹ̀ ti nílàákàyè láti ilẹ̀ wá, wọ́n kàn bá build díẹ̀ sí ni. Nítorí pé ẹ̀kọ́ tó yẹ kó fọdún 4 kọ́, bí ò bá ṣọ́ra ọdún 8 ni ó fi kọ́ kó tó graduate. Ẹlòmíì ti darúgbó sí university, boys ló fi wọlé, dádì ló fi parí ẹ̀, kọ́ọ̀sì ọdún 4 ó padà dọdún 8. Ọmọ tó wọlé at the age of 24, ọmọ tó yẹ kó parí at the age of 24 tó lọ parí at the age of 28, ṣé yóò ti di dádì? Ibi àbá Nàìjíríà dé ní. Lẹ́yìn gbogbo ń tà wá sọ yìí, ẹ̀ tún wá lọ gbé security ẹ̀ tún gbélé wa lórí. Béèyàn bá ní Nàìjíríà ṣe tí ó mọ̀ rìn, ó dáràn. Àwọn tó ní Nàìjíríà bọ̀ bá gbà mú. I mean Fulanis, àwọn náà ní Nàìjíríà. Àṣẹ́yìn orí bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nísìn ni. Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí àwọn náà ń pàṣẹ, àwọn láláṣẹ. Tó bá ń gbọ́ sọ pá láṣẹ, àwọn náà jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn láláṣẹ ń sìn. But àwọn tí a pè lólórí, tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n encourage wa kárí gbogbo àwọn activities wọn lé wa lórí ní bádà. The same Nigeria yìí láti rẹ́ni tó graduate tó lọ fi gbogbo degree oríṣiríṣi tó gbà tó fi ń ṣe aláàrù. Gbogbo wa kúkú rí inú fídíò tá gbé wá ń gbà ẹ̀. Màmá tí wọ́n lọ mú láàrin ọjà tó ń ṣe aláàrù tó lóhun tí ṣìbí kan tẹ́lẹ̀ nígbà tí kòrò dẹ̀ ti baléwé jẹ́ ẹ̀hún lọ yáwó lápò, owó lápò yẹn lòun fẹ́ san lòun fi dá aláàrù graduate. Kó tó di pé orí báyà yẹn ṣe kó tó rọ́mọ obìnrin kan tí yẹn ń ṣe skiti àbí kí wọ́n máa pe kíní tó máa ń ṣe tó máa ń gbé fóònù sẹ́nu tó fi rí ìyá yẹn tó lọ fi báyà yẹn ṣe. Gbàgbéje irú àwọn ìyá yẹn wà káàkiri Nàìjíríà. Mo sọ́nu fídíò tẹ́ wò lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé fine bara ó lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń ṣe kiri sìn. Kódà àwọn obìnrin míì wọ́n gbóná débi wípé wọ́n á wá mú ìyá ọba bàbá tán wọ́n á ro wọ́n á wọ̀ sọ́rùn. Wọ́n máa sọ ẹ́sà ẹ̀rasà ẹjọ́ ara ọmọ mi ní òyà wà lọ́sibítù kìíní kan. Nígbà bá rí tó sunkún wùrùwùrù ní fẹ́ fún lówó náà. Owó tán ní ká lọ wá operation tán fẹ́ ṣe fún ẹ ṣàánú mi kìíní kan láwọn èèyàn bá kọ́ ó bá kò wá fún un tó fi ń jẹun tiẹ̀ ni. Tó fi jẹun ti ẹni tẹ bá dẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ àbọ̀ graduate ni. Nígbà Barrister ti kọrin fine bara decent bara ní bùrọ̀dá ayé ìgbà yẹn ti pẹ́ o ẹ wá wògbà tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo ìyà tẹ́ fi jẹ wáyìí ẹ tún wá lọ mú insecurity wá jẹ́ ká wà secure kọ́kàn wà balẹ̀. Graduate wa do ní márúwá wọ́n dán lọ́kadà. Àwọn náà pọ̀ jù ń di Uber ń sìn. Tẹ́lómi bá gbé yín ní Uber ẹ ti mọ̀ pé graduate ni torí n tó máa bọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ lóyìnbó ẹ̀yin gan lè má rí irú ẹ̀ sọ. Àmọ́ kí ni kó ṣe kó ṣáà ní jalè. Ẹlòmíì tí tó fẹ́ yàwó kò rẹ́dì láti fẹ́ kí nìdí owó wo ló fẹ́ fi tọ́ ṣẹ́ni tó jẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀gbọ́n ló ṣì ń bọ̀ kódà ẹlòmíì ṣì gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn òbí ẹ̀ gbà tí ó bá rówó tí ó fi san owó lé. After tó ti graduate baálé ilé tó tún sì gbọ́dọ̀ yẹ àti bàbá ẹ̀ ṣó ní choice ni. Ẹ jẹ́ fi ọ̀rọ̀ Barrister Délé Fárótìmí kí n fi kíra mi lẹ́yìn kí n wá lọ bí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ lọ gan lénìí mò ń bọ̀.
The Igbos have a proverb. They say that when you find a pregnant goat, or any goat for that matter, dead in the yam barn, it did not die of hunger. You need me to repeat that? Don't worry. When you find a goat dead in the yam barn, you know those yam barn that you build with bamboo and you see plenty of yam decorating the walls, that goat did not die of hunger. Something else killed him. We are not poor. When we were starting this interview, you asked a question about Nigeria. Something led me to describe this country to you. Ours is a rich land. Our soils are good enough to produce everything we need to eat, drink, anything we want for sustenance and good life. It's already in our soil. We are poor by design because those who ruin this country and who are ruining the Nigerian victims, their hold on power is strengthened by the poverty of the people. A poor man's mind, an hungry man's mind is focused on survival. He's thinking about what to eat. He's thinking about what to drink. He's thinking about how to pay his house rent if he has a house. He's thinking of where to sleep if he's only walking the streets. He's thinking about his security. She's thinking, how do I sleep tonight without getting raped where I'm going to have to manage to sleep? She's thinking, how do I feed my children? The Nigerian is deliberately made to focus on survival so that he does not begin to query the simple suggestions they give him in place of answer. A man who is dependent on the grace of his political master to eat is not likely to query the wisdom of the political master who tells him that his neighbor and best friend is his enemy. So, you find that the Nigerian state deliberately weaponized poverty against its people. Even if you look at the palliative system, it gives you an idea of the weaponization of poverty that is endemic in Nigeria. You're going around, you'll be seeing several videos of palliatives being shared. Nigerians reduced to animals. Reduced to animals, scooping rice with sand, and we are not declared to be at war yet. You see Nigerians scooping food, hot food, off boiling pots, reduced to animals, in a country where people are flying private jets all over the place. Reduced. You see young men reduced to beggars.
So in essence, the leadership.
It is leadership. It is the system, the governance system. And please stop using the word leadership. Just say ruiners. Look, if you want to be kind to Nigerian ruiners, call them rulers. Rulers are fixed in the moment. It's always about holding on to power. It's about maintaining hold on power. Those are rulers. Their job is to maintain themselves in power. And that's what Nigerian ruiners are. You can't call them leaders. Leaders see a destination in their mind. When they close their eyes, they can see destinations, and they lead people in the direction of their vision. What is the vision governing anybody in Nigeria? None. We're sitting down conceiving of a new road project. By the time you are done conceiving, you find that even the concept is already outdated and obsolete. You are building rail lines that are only fit for the 1960s and 1950s. You are building them in the 2020s. Everywhere else in the world, when they are conceiving rail lines, they are thinking of something futuristic that will take you from point A to point B in record time, and then they crow about it. The complete lack of vision, the lack of ambition that governs Nigeria is there for everybody to see. In fact, it's even a good thing that you mentioned it. In Do Not Die in Their War, there is a chapter there, I Removed the Lion Cub. If you read that chapter, you will find the story I told of Obasanjo Presidential Library, where Obasanjo was gifted a lion cub, and he built an enclosure for the lion. So a lion is being kept in an enclosure that cannot or should not even be the space to hold a dog, and that lion cannot even be taken for walks. It looked like a emaciated boar bull the first sight I heard of it. That is the kind of vision governing Nigeria. They can't see beyond the minute. The man, and that's the man, give it to him. Obasanjo remains the best of the lot that has governed this country, and yet the very best of the lot that has governed Nigeria, the extent of his vision when he was given a lion cub was to build an enclosure there is no more than about 3 by 3 square meter for a lion. Who is going to walk that lion? How is that lion going to get any exercise? Inside the concrete cage. That is the vision governing Nigeria. They cannot see beyond the moment. Pimpish imagination, all of them. What have they built? What do you see in Nigeria that is futuristic outside of their greed?
But the realness doesn't stop, if I'm going to use your words, the realness doesn't stop you from opening business, getting clients, getting customers, or doing what you need to do as an entrepreneur to build it.
You see, that is the error right there. Let me take on the toga of the entrepreneur now. Sometimes you don't even have power for days at a time. You're running a business and it is your job to provide energy supply, power supply to your own business. Are you a power company or a tailor? Are you an hairdresser or a power company? And then you have to go and buy petrol at that outrageous amount to fuel your generator. Am I a power company? Is that not part of what the government should do? I have Megad permanently. Look, the failure of governance, when I tell you that the poverty is systemic and is deliberate, it sounds highfalutin. We are supposed to be a capitalist country, or are we communist? We are capitalists. What is the meaning of capitalism? It means that capital is present in the place. You have access to credit. Where is the access to credit in Nigeria? There is no Nigerian bank today that can offer you a loan for less than 20-something%. What business are you going to do at 20-something% that you can pay the bank? What business? What are you going to do unless you are trading? Since when did trading become a productive part of our economy? How many people can you employ in a trading business? Manufacturing is the backbone of any economy. You have to have a manufacturing base. Even if it's an agric economy base, you will still have to find a way to work in there. Where is the capital? Where is power? Where are the infrastructures? Where are they?
Well, in the same system, we have those that made it, that created wealth.
What kind of wealth are they creating? Gambling, Bet Naija, Screw Naija, Gamble Naija.
Successful entrepreneurs.
Like which one? Like Dangote monopolists. Who create monopolists like the one that they were busy? Oh, okay, yes, with his new refinery, very beautiful refinery, churning out millions of barrels of petrol every day. Buhari went and commissioned it, and we were afflicted by life proceedings for hours on end on the day in question. We are a nation of liars. They have created rent seekers who make money from the putrefied system. They erect toll gates based on monopolies. So they make money, and then you're pointing at them as though that is available to everybody else. Look, young people have been reduced to gamblers, prostitutes. Uber drivers. You know how many graduates are driving Uber in Lagos and everywhere else? Because it's about the only way they can become self-employed without being dependent on the system for their livelihood. The easiest way to become self-employed in Lagos is to be able to buy a Corolla. So you buy a Corolla and you become a Uber driver. And then you have to start dealing with the madness of the Nigerian police and all the multiple checkpoints that the state has created to fleece you even more. If it was so nice, if the opportunities were so available, why would everybody be running away? The best and brightest of this country are running every day. They are not migrating, they are fleeing.
Ṣé ẹni pọ́kùnrin compliment tí mò ń sọ? Everybody has been reduced to animal. Nísìn ẹ̀mí wa tí wọ́n wà lọ́wọ́ wọn sìn kọ́ ló ń bá wa ṣọ́ wa ni. Kọ́ ló ń ṣọ́ ẹ̀mí wa lọ́wọ́ wọn. Torí pé the rate of insecurity in this country is very, very, very alarming. Every day ló increase as an increase rate. In fact, galloped inflation gan ni taba ní ká wò lórí inflation bí tó ti ń sáré dé speed ẹ̀ gan ju ti Usain Bolt lọ. Níbi tí kìíní yẹn increase dé. When are we going to get out of this? Àwọn tí wọ́n ń pariwo pé kí Nàìjíríà pé you can see them that they are very correct now. Because we cannot be one kí wọ́n lè máa ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ìran kan máa jí ìran kan gbé kó máa béèrè owó ransom ká dẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà láti jọ wà Yorùbá làkì tí kóòtù dé ká tó dọ̀rẹ́ ẹjọ́ ṣé ìran tẹ́ ẹ gbé ìran ẹ̀ wọ́n á fẹ́ bá yín ṣe mọ́ láéláé Nọ̀búà tí wọ́n gbé tí wọ́n pa lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta yìí agbọ́ lánàá pé wọ́n release and family àbí ojú bàbá ẹ̀ rí tó ojú àwọn ìyá ẹ̀ rí tó ojú àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ rí tó àwọn siblings ẹ̀ tí wọ́n jọ pa kí ni kan sọ àwọn ọmọ bàbá yẹn tó ti di olóògbé kí ni kí bàbá yẹn sọ trauma tí wọ́n ti kọ́ọ̀sì fún ìyá yẹn látijọ́ yìí tó jẹ́ lójú ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe pa àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣó lè get out of that trauma táyé máa fi parẹ́. She will continue seeing the image of those children that were being killed by the Fulanis. Wọ́n interview bàbá yẹn nígbà tí wọ́n release ẹ̀ Arise TV as I think ó lọ interview bàbá yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá yẹn sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó kọjá làákàyè ni ẹbí tó dù tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́lọ̀ sọlé wọn dilé ahoro àwọn ẹbí yẹn rèé o ní invocation tí wọ́n wà tán ti record lé tí ìyá yẹn bá wo fídíò yìí tó rà àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n pa nínú ẹ̀ kí ni kò ṣe àwọn tá a dẹ̀ fi ṣo lórí wọn ò rẹ́dì láti gbà wá nù wàhálà ẹ mú fẹ́ kájọ gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá Nọ̀búà sọ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá ẹ̀ sọ ń tójú wọn rí ní Lion Den because Lion Den la máa pè Yorùbá ní ajá tó rí ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tó bọ̀ ẹjá máa kí kú oríire ẹjá gbọ́n tí wọ́n sọ ká gbọ́ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn lọ bóyá.
It was on the 2nd of January. I think I came in around about 7 o'clock from town and moving straight to observe my evening prayer, that is the Maghrib prayer. And thereafter, I think I sat down at the sitting room there just for me to relax. Then thereafter, I observed my Isha prayer. After observing the Isha prayer, I was not feeling too okay for me to take my dinner. So I was feeling very weak that day. I now asked my daughter to prepare a small pap for me. So thereafter, I took the pap. I couldn't even take it. So I went in straight to the bedroom. I was just relaxing, pressing my phone. I was telling my wife, I'm not strong. I don't know what is happening. Then my mood is not okay. So after some time, I dozed off. So the next thing I heard around, the noise was just coming. I said, who is banging the gates? And I asked them, because my children were in their various rooms. I was like, who is banging the gates? Who is knocking? This one is not knocking. They are banging it. They said, they don't know. I stood up. And I came out. It's an uncompleted building anyway. I just fixed about 3 rooms there just for us to move in. We're moving not up to 2 months now. And so I came out. I went straight to the sitting room, the main sitting room of which we're still working on, to check. I peep from the window and I sight one man standing by the main gate. It was from there I noticed this armed robbers then. So I haven't sight then. I've already made up my mind as well. If they have come, there's no problem. And I notify my wife that it's like they're armed robbers, so it's like they have come. So I went straight into my bedroom. My children too have already locked up their rooms, in their various rooms. I went in straight to my room, switched off the lights. My wife rushed to the bedroom, we switched off the lights. I picked my phone, trying to see who I call, neighbors around. My memory was like, I was confused. But along the line, when I reorganized myself, I was able to pick myself up and say, let me call my brother. And I called my brother. And I said, Abdul Fatai, where are you? He said, there's problem. We are being attacked now. I'm robbers, thief, like that. Within 15 minutes, I called back. He said, bros, I'm close to you. I said, okay. So I was a bit relaxed. The guys have already sighted them by the window. They've pulled the window, they've break the glass. I knew they were in full force. There's nothing I could do that for me to surrender myself to them. And I asked, I said, Kai, what is it that you need? Whatever you need, come in. I came out, opened the door. One got me and asked me, Inagudi. I look at him, I don't have money. But if you see anything here that is good for you, pack it at the Pidishi. He look at me. He search everywhere. I notice they were looking for money, checking some things like that, of which they picked the things that they thought probably they could go with. I was just looking at him. Coincidentally, I think there was one rope that I used inside the compound at the back there. He picked the rope from my room. The next thing I saw him coming out was to tag me with that rope. I knew, well, I'm the suspect. I give up. I said, okay, let's go. He now marched me out from my room to the balcony in my room, and then my children too. They've already break the door. They've used this long jigger in my compound. They pick the jigger from my compound. They break the door. They've get their entrance to my children's room, march them out like that. I saw my children, myself. I said, okay, let's go. Their intention was to lead us out of that community to the main road that goes to Veritas. So I was having the confidence that at least between that time, is that the police will come or the other security people will come that will make them to leave us and run away. When I noticed my brother was driving in, I was happy. He was the one that actually lead the police to my community. So when I sighted this guy, I said, Kai, this guy, as at that time, they had already positioned themselves again. When they said that they were coming, they didn't know who was coming, but they saw the police light on. So they knew quite all right, these guys have come for them. So on seeing that, I said, Kai, there's nothing I could do. And I tell my children, I say, relax yourself. They now say, all of us should lie down. And I tell my children, I say, just go down. Myself too, I hide myself on the floor. Just from then, 3 of them up went to, there's a building not far from the main road. It's fenced. There's a gate there. They went to that building, but 3 of them were trying to gain entrance to that building. I was seeing them using harrow and all sorts of things to break the security lights so that people will not see them from a distance. So they break all the bulbs outside, the security lights outside, trying to climb the gates inside. So it was then they start to exchange bullets. And I saw my brother that he wanted to drive further. So He didn't know that they were close to that house. So the next thing he did was for him to reverse back, which the reverse that he did, I believe they must have shot him. So the police vehicle too got stopped. So his reverse could not go back. So they were all exchanging with themselves. So after a few minutes, both of them stopped. I think the police stopped. They can't advance further. And I said, Kai, they must have injured my brother or injured the police. For the police vehicle not to advance further, meaning that they cannot stand these guys. So thereafter they've been able to recoup themselves and get their strength that they have injured these people. They now ask us to stand up, go back to the village, take another route to get out of that place. The ransom, how came about the ransom?
Particularly the demands. Have they made any demands when they contacted you?
I was at their camp when all this ransom of a thing was coming up. You know, that night that we went through the bush, it took us like 8 hours, 30 minutes with my children. I was not wearing any slippers. I was wearing knicker, my sports wear with t-shirt like this. So, as at the time we were going inside that bush, one of them tried to I was trying to make friends with one of them. So, Aboki, Zona Dala. That was not trying to, in the sense, I speak Yoruba. So, I was just trying to communicate to me in Yoruba. I was like, come now. What do you need? What do you need? Don't treat me like this, please. What do you need? And I said, Lowo, you have money? You have money. But you low, but you move. Wallow. We're just speaking to Yoruba, just speaking it. And I said, okay. I said, if it's that one, don't worry, I'll get. Yeah. So we got to one stream. It was very deep. He asked us to enter inside the water. My children, all of us, we went inside there, passed through there, climbing one hill like that. Then I said we should stop. And I said that they started to look for firewood like that. I mean, in short, they prepared their food there that night. Maybe whether they spaghetti or something like that, Sham. Because as at that time they've asked us, myself, they asked me to kneel down. So one of them now came close to where I knelt down and asked me, bros, Mino Uku? I said, where do you want me to get 3 million? Give me a slap. Another one came again and gave me another one. Like that. The one with his gun hit me at my back. And I said, okay, no problem. We end that talk. After they take their food, they asked us to relax for like 30 minutes. We now embark on another journey. So another journey, that's maybe second lap. So I'm getting to another. It took us about 3 hours again, if I'm not mistaken. They asked us to stay in one bush, lie us down, that we should sleep. Of course, I enjoyed the sleep. Just maybe 30 minutes like that, inside bush, grass like that. My children too, some of them that carry maybe their night wrapper like that. They managed to cover me with their own. Daddy, come, let's cover you. We did that. So after 30, 40 minutes, they asked us to stand up. We now begin the final lap. So the final lap, for us to get to the main camp, where their camp is, where their leader is, there's a big stream and one big mountain like that to climb. So they asked me to cross with 2 guys with their rifle following me. The guy that was holding my hand, the rope was still inside. He was controlling me with the rope. So I followed him. And I look back to check my children at the back. I say, Kai, 6 children. Where are they taking me to? I hope they are not going to kill me where they are taking me to. I just saw more courage and asked that guy, say, oh boy, Nibolanlo, where are you taking me to? He said, bros, Baba, don't worry now. I want to go and meet her. I said, I'm feeling cold. He now asked the guy to give me they picked one duvet for my house that night. So one of them used it to cover himself up. And I said, I'm feeling cold, I'm not okay, I'm not strong. That I'm not strong that night, I'm on medication. He now pleaded with one of his colleagues, said, you should bring that duffy for me to cover myself with. So I used that one. I was going. I didn't see my children coming. I was like, what is happening? And I said, what of my children? He said, Baba, they will come. They will come. What are you doing with my children? He said, Katabi. Just shouting on me. I said, I'm not comfortable. I want to go back. He said, no, you cannot go back. After 30 minutes, I sight my children coming up. So when I sat there, I was happy. And that's why they now assemble us again. So the guy that was telling you I tried to pick as friend was like to lecture me, bros. I'm a Bogawanisi. Just cooperate with Oga. So Oga will release you so that you go and look for the ransom. I said, okay. I said, come, but I don't have money. I'm a civil servant. He said, Oga, leave that one. Go and look for the money. I said, I'm a civil servant. I just moved into that house not up to 2 months. My children, I had earlier explained to them that if they see the parlor there, nothing is there. There's just the room that we managed to enter. Not up to 2 months. We have been staying in a rental apartment for long. They asked me to go and sit down, relax, of which I did. After a few minutes, they called me. And the leader wanted to see me. The leader seeing me was to ask me, Zona, I've seen their stick in their hand. I knelt down in front of the leader asking me all those questions about Megidaya. I said, Lapialo. He said, do I know where I've come to? I said, I know now. Okay, soldier ni? I said, me, I'm not a soldier. It was just to know where I said, I'm just an ordinary civil servant. The house you see me staying there, it's for my brother. He just asked me to come and occupy the place. And it's not yet completed. He said, okay. One came from my back again and use his boot to hit me. He now started to negotiate. He now asked me how much can I offer. I said, I don't have money, but I can look for maybe 2 million to come and give you. Maybe 3 million. That's how we started. He said, I have not talked. I should count my children. I'm talking of 2 million, 3 million. I should be very careful. They now start, I was not saying 10 million, 5 million. I said, where will I get the 5 million? My children, I said, Daddy, don't let them kill us.
BGI TV yìí mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ tí ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. BGI TV mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ tí ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Àjànà kú kọjá mo rí nǹkan fèrè, bàbá rere káwí parí. BGI TV, we are the pace setter. Bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ tẹlifíṣọ̀n station tí dòde.